Listen, if you want to see the full version of this interview without waiting until part 75, hit the join button right next to the subscribe button and become a VIP member for just $2.99 a month. While you're at it, turn the red subscribe button gray and hit the notification bell. All right, non-VIPs, enjoy the clip. Charlie Rock, you tapped in with PPhilms. What's the word, man?
Yo, what's up? Shout out PPhilms, man. It's my first interview, you big time.
That's a fact. Listen, man, I want to start this off by saying, thank you for giving me the opportunity to help tell your story, all right?
All right.
Word. So, first I want to start it off by how have you been, man? It's been a while since people have heard your voice, so let the people know how you been.
No, I'm good. Like, we take this shit out of the time, this whole situation. Nobody expected this shit, so it just happened. We had to deal with it. We still dealing with it. But it's looking good. Corona slowed everything down as far as courts and all that. So everybody should have been moving slow. It's just getting back to normal now. So just waiting on my moment.
Got you. Listen, it's good to hear you say you feeling good and everything's looking good,
Oh, yeah,
So,
I ain't changed. Yeah, I know it changed. We about to pop out.
exactly. Word. I want to say, when I told people I was doing this interview, everybody was glad and all that. Everybody was excited, and I have questions, and the fans have questions too. The first question I want to start off with is you grew up in Patterson projects in the Bronx in the 90s and the early 2000s, right?
Right.
Got you. From what you were seeing in your household to what you were seeing outside in the streets, describe to the people what that was like for you personally.
It's hard, like, because I feel like everybody speak on their side, and, you think you done seen it all. Every side is the realest side, and my side was different, because it was like back in the days during that time frame, you just said it was like skate key. Everything was skate key, so people from everywhere in the city used to go to skate key. I literally live around the corner from it, so all that traffic, even people getting on the bus to go to the key, like, you had to stop right on my block. So it's like, we grew up different than, I feel like, every other hood in the Bronx, because everybody had to come through our side. For me, like, every bridge to George Washington, Harlem, Queens, any bridge you got in the city, it come through the Bronx.
Gotcha.
My side of the Bronx. Feel me?
Gotcha.
That shit just made it different. It made it super Oppy. You know the vibes. Well, just growing up at them times.
Yeah. Now I feel you. So, how old were you when you began to like kind of gravitate towards the street life, and was there anything that happened to you that made you take that approach?
Moving, like I had moved. Like both my grandmoms lived in Patterson. I don't got no friends over here. I'm in a new school. It just, you start not acting out, but you basically trying to get in where you fit in. So it's like I had to go through Rab and Walsh and growing up over there, and then coming back to the hood, then go back over there, and it was like that was like the first time that like I've had to show my teeth. You feel me? Like, whoa.
Got you. When I interview a lot of guys, a lot of them, they look back at their life and they always say this. They always be like, wow, I was doing a lot of crazy shit at such a young age, and at that time they thought it was normal. But then as they got older and they matured, they realized like, damn, this shit is not normal for me to be going through this at such a young age. So at your young age, what were you going through? Like, what were you doing? What was the thing Charlie Rock was experiencing?
I think like the first, like when I be looking back at like my childhood and shit, it's like I look back and it always bugged me out, like work, like drugs was always in my life. Like my father, everybody went to feds for drugs, so my mom's drugs, like everything was drugs. At the youngest age, I remember going to school, finding work in my pockets, in my pants pockets, like little kids, like what the fuck? Oh shit. Really trading that shit with fiends for candy. Like, yo, go in the store, give me this. Nah, I know how much this costs. I got $5. Like, you gotta give me $5 or you ain't getting it. You feel me? Like, that was like the first experience that I really looked back and like, wow, I was definitely not with my son doing that.
Nah, I feel you. How old were you at that time?
So I was like in 3rd grade. Oh, I was like in 3rd grade. I was already walking to school for myself. It's just so,
damn.
like, you finding work in your pocket, whatever. You don't know how it got there, but it's there.
Yeah.
You ain't using it. So,
yeah.
But
damn, that's like 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, something like that.
the first time I ever got locked up, I was 11. So,
damn.
I should tell you, the nigga been in the streets for.
Yeah. What did you get locked up for at 11?
Oh, at 11, I think it was the pins. We jumped somebody in school. His father was a cop, some shit.
Oh.
We didn't even have like that. He figured out with my man and not for them, but they charged us like we jumped them.
Okay.
And then, you know, when you young back in the days, they used to put you on the pin shit. Like, you don't go to school and all that. You go to group home for a year shit. I was on that. And that's when, like, I officially was out the crib. Like, I had to leave, go back, and come back.
Got you.